I'm so glad you've come to worship with us this morning. There's a place for you at Trinity Episcopal Church. Trinity's been in Midtown Indianapolis for over 90 years. We've been a bearer of hope all that time, and we look forward to continuing in that way for years and years to come.
Trinity is at a crossroads of Indianapolis, right in the heart of town. It's not right downtown, it's not in the suburbs, but it's right in the middle. And I see it that way as a congregation. I think it's got the formal liturgy and all the beauty of the building and the music program, and yet it's got a real casual, intimate tone.
There's the thing is they welcome just anybody. Anybody can come in the door, and when you come in the door, it's an atmosphere where you feel so good about yourself, and when you leave here from a service, you feel so wonderful. I think once you step inside the door of Trinity, it's hard to explain. It's a feeling all in itself. When I step into this place, it just revives me, and I know God's all around us.
Well, my heart and soul is served here at Trinity.
And it's just like family. You know these people, and you get to care for these people and love these people.
Trinity Church and St. Richard's Episcopal School complement one another in such a wonderful way, in that the mission of both institutions is to educate children in the way of God, and our Episcopal identity is hugely important to both institutions. So thus we have this outreach ministry that we work together with our staff, with our board participation, and with financial resources and sharing of the facilities, that makes the mission of what we all do more recognizable in Indianapolis for children and for God's work.
I am so pleased that Trinity Church 51 years ago started St. Richard's School. It's the only Episcopalian day school in the state of Indiana. It's a wonderful school that has knowledge, gives knowledge and values for a lifetime. Both our sons went there, and it was a wonderful experience for both of them.
And the heart of Trinity, for me, beats in the hearts of the people of this place, and the way that they activate God's love in and through their lives and through the life of this congregation. Trinity's embrace is that we are a church at the center of what really has become a cluster of urban ministries here. That started way back in 1960 with the founding of St. Richard's School, but in recent years it's expanded to include our Trinity Outreach Center just to the north, where we provide space for organizations who provide legal assistance to those in need, child care for those who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it, where we serve dinner every single Sunday to anyone who walks in the door, where we have food available through the Mid-North Food Pantry to anybody in need during the week. We also are in partnership with an organization called Project Home Indy on the other side of campus, which is occupying a house that we own and providing residential support for pregnant and parenting teens. So there really is a cluster of God's work being done, with Trinity as the spatial and spiritual center, but many others around us in partnership with us, bringing to life God's work in ways that we could never do just on our own.
But we didn't just decide, oh, we're going to start providing a dinner. We did a very thorough portion of research to find out, is there really a need in this neighborhood for some type of food ministry? And we didn't do it in isolation. Our research involved representation from the community, representation from Trinity Church, of course, and then we also brought together, around this table actually, a number of people who have a rich history in providing social services that address the need of hunger. And we asked for their input. But what was missing, and this is key, is that although a meal was available for anyone who wanted to eat Monday through Saturday, there was nothing offered on Sunday. And it really impacted our committee because we said, you know, this is the day that the Lord has created. This is the day that we celebrate the Eucharist. We receive the bread and the wine. And yet in our community on Sunday, people go hungry if they're not in the church. And so that was a part of that impetus for starting what we call now the Sunday dinner. We're serving about 135 to 140 people every Sunday.
Trinity Comforters is a group that meets about once a week, and we put together quilts, patchwork quilts, Afghans, baby hats, all different kind of needlework for charitable causes. We've just done a lot of different things, and we usually meet once a week. We put the quilts together, and we have a great time doing it.
There's a vitally beating heart as well in the music that is so much at the core of our liturgy, the beauty of the liturgy here, and the depth and care in which our education ministries are presented. There is boundless creativity in the opportunities for learning from the youngest age right on through the age spectrum. We incorporate a number of different programs that are available from any number of sources, Godly Play, J2A, and so forth, but none of those is applied in a canned way. Each of our staff, who are just marvelous in working with these programs, adapts them in creative ways.
I believe that the heart of Trinity Church is the love for God expressed in the beauty of holiness of our liturgy, the commitment we make to music in our worship, the pursuit and search for education in our daily life and work, and the outreach which we offer to the community and to the world. The Trinity Choir is comprised of 38 adults and 16 teen and children singers, ages 8 to 18. They rehearse once a week for 2 hours, and then they sing together on Sunday mornings. Singing in the choir is for many a source of musical, liturgical, and spiritual growth and education. Besides singing for weekly and festival liturgies and concerts, the Trinity Choir is involved in outreach by serving at the local Day Spring Center, feeding the hungry, going to the homes of the sick and elderly, singing at holiday times in care centers, and also sharing our music with other parishes within the diocese. The Music at Trinity series features the parish choir singing festival liturgies, evensongs, and concerts with orchestra. We also welcome visiting and resident artists from across the city and the nation.
It's a different set of struggles for sure when you have a nice endowment, and we're so grateful for that, and we're able to do more with that. But you can't be all things to all people, and so you have to say, in a way, you have to put your money where your priorities are. And so you don't want to just sit on it like an egg that you're just going to hatch someday down the road. You actually have to put it into action and utilize it in the present day, but while not eroding what you've got. And in this day and age, with the markets going up and down and all around, you just really have to be intentional about sustainability of that endowment for future generations. But we really put a lot of prayer and thought into how mission can happen.
We hear a lot nowadays about the institutional church, the traditional church, the mainline churches, fading into irrelevancy and inactivity, and I simply don't buy that news. Congregations like Trinity that have so many opportunities to accept, nourish, and send through worship, learning, and serving. There's that Trinitarian, those two Trinitarian verbal triads again, are engines of hope in a world that's really starving for hope. People coming to a place where they're welcomed, whoever they are, whatever their background, whatever their needs, and who find some passion for ministry in those sorts of places, places like here, become instruments of God's peace in a world that is aching for peace and for hope. And that's what we're here to do at Trinity Church, to be part of that.
We found a way to bridge together, to provide a wealth of services and resources to help people have healthy and hopefully well-balanced lives. This all comes from hearing that commandment that we are to love one another, that Jesus extends as that's his ministry, is that we're to love one another. And in loving one another, we have to not only be the hands that bring about services, but we have to have the eyes and the ears to hear what's really needed and then address that as best we can. And so that's what I think Trinity's whole philosophy is about, how we want to be partners with our neighbors in carrying out that ministry and mission for wholeness, for health and wealth, and for each of us to learn how we're to love each other.
One important emphasis that's deeply a part of our life here is that we eagerly embrace anyone who is at any point in their search for faith and for meaning in their lives. Many people come to Trinity with doubts, questions, struggles, hard experiences with church elsewhere. We welcome and embrace those questions. We are all on a journey together here, and we see one another as companions. Thank you for visiting us this morning. I hope you'll come back and worship with us again. And please, let us know however we can help you discover a place for you here, learn what your passion for ministry is. Call us, email us, let us know how we can help.